Hey, what up, 5FM TV? It's Forbes, and we're out in Joburg at the moment with, originally from Durban, now in Joburg.
17 years, Johannesburg.
Well, Mr. Sash Intro, also known as Sash.
Show me how to move, yeah. Pretending yours forever. Give me all your loving, just for tonight.
You will know him from that tune that we jammed with Miss K that was massive on the radio. And we're here for another producer series, and time to check out his studio, and he's going to take us through some songs. Dude, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for taking the time out to come.
When you are producing, when you sit down here at this very nice workstation of yours, where do you start writing?
There's no actual way to start. It can start from anything. It can start from a sample. It can start from a 70s track. It can be even a top 40 single on the radio.
Something else someone else has done, and you're like, yeah.
I want to do something like that.
Because I know there's a bunch of people that sit down and you end up in a rut if you start, I'm going to put a kick drum down every time, then I'm going to put a hi-hat on top of it and see where it takes me. You end up doing the same thing.
And you end up not doing what you initially started out to do. If you set out by saying that I'm going to make this monster, it's not going to work out.
Show me how to move, yeah. Pretending yours forever.
So Sash is going to take us through the first two pieces of production he's going to show off. Are we going to do like one poppy and one housey?
Let's do it like that.
Who's our pop star? Who are we starting off with?
It's Irinami from Cape Town.
I love her.
So yeah, this was after I got in contact with her after her last single, and I was like, okay, let's do something.
I'm just going to zoom this out for you so you can see how much we've got going on here at the moment. That is kind of what a whole song looks like if we lay it down. Where did you start this thing?
We started off with basically a piano riff, and then just built it up from there.
So now that you got a piano piece laid out like that, you got some chords that you're happy with. Where did you go next on this one?
After we get the chords and the piano sorted, then we pretty much go to the beats. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it old school, not something fresh, not something hard, but something that's really like a compressed sound.
And then after the kick, are you a hi-hat or a snare man?
There is no way which you choose, okay, I'm going to have the snare first or kick first. It's just whatever comes to you. But I know I did put a slightly lower kick as well. And then there was the fatter kick.
Then you sort of start fleshing out the rest of the percussion around the track.
There was the bass line in there. Also the live bass sound, it's more organic. What I did do with the chorus part was I actually put a filter on there, just so that it sounds like it's drowning out.
And then vocal-wise, what did she do on this?
She just killed it. With music right now, there's this thing with everyone doing that chop vocals thing. And I decided to not do that. I'm gonna play you the first verse of the vocal.
Be for a while with me. If you do, everything's alright. Breathe, let it out on me.
The delay, it's like also so important. Here we go.
Hold on to what we had. I can't compare it. The dream will never fade.
And that's where we're at with Irinami and Sash. And we'll keep an eye on this one. Now, house music, friend, where are we going?
This is a new single that I'm putting out on my record label, Rejected Records. Who doesn't want to do an acid house track?
I'll tell you what, Das Kapital is going to be so happy. He's on a one-man crusade to try and bring acid house back.
It's basically just another filter, so it just sounds like it's getting drowned out.
That filtering of an acid house bass line, I mean, that's crucial.
You can use it depends how you use it. For me, it's just like, this is not a 128 house banger. This is a 120 BPM. And it's just like one of those just chilled out acid vibe tracks where you can just groove to it.
Because acid house used to be much more old school acid house was much more at the hard end of the spectrum. You were looking at 130, 135.
Yes. This is a very chilled out house track. So the track's name is This House. So
Okay, take us into just the bass line.
this is the bass line. I just have an EQ and the filter going on. There's nothing else.
Just to open it up and close it down
Yeah,
again.
that's
as you
all
play.
it's doing. There's some percussion happening as well.
It's just a very clean classic house top line.
Exactly. Let's see what this is. Just some random
It's like space
percussion
rain.
sample, yeah.
It's amazing how often a good, powerful house track is a simple idea like a bass line, simple drums, and then just texturing with other sounds.
Exactly. The fun I had was with the sample, with the vocal samples. I think there's a few here.
Okay, take us into the break. That's how we wrap up another producer series on 5FM. Sash, thank you so much for having us, brother.
Thank you for coming through.
And we're going to be keeping an eye out for that Iranami track. And please let me know when this thing drops, because I love it.
100%. I'll send you a promo, so yeah, you'll have it in your box soon.
Perfect. Thank you, brother. We're out. Peace.